Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about secure socket layer record protocols. In the previous class we already discussed about the SSL architecture. We already know that SSL is an encryption based internet security protocol. Which is mainly designed to provide more security to the data which is mainly transferred between the web browser and the server, and which is also provide for ensuring the privacy, authentication and the data integrity for the messages which is mainly communicated through the internet. And the protocols which are mainly used in the SSL which are classified into four. They are SSL Record Protocol, Handshake Protocol, Changer Cipher Spec Protocols, and the last one is Alert Protocols. Today I am going to discuss only about SSL Record Protocols. It is a diagrammatic representation of the protocols which is mainly used in the SSL and the SSL record protocol. The main function of the SSL record protocols are the control the flow of the data between the two endpoints in a SSL session, and to provide two services for the two services. They are confidentiality and message integrity for the SSL connection. We already know that confidentiality, which means that to make sure that only the authorized person have the right to access the data or open the data, and by it is mainly achieved by using some encryption method and by using a message integrity, which means that the content of the message doesn't get altered by any third person. It is mainly achieved by using some MAC code. These are the two services which is mainly provided by the SSL record protocol for the SSL connections. And the working of SSL record protocols, and which is mainly consists of fragmentation, compression, add MAC, encryption, append header. These are the 5 stages which is mainly consist of the working operation of an SSL record protocol. We already know that application data, which is mainly coming from the application layer, which is mainly divided into a number of fragments, and each fragment size is about 2^14 byte. And once the fragmentation is completed, this next stage is compression, which is an optional case. And whether if you perform a compression method, it should be a lossless data compression method should be used. We already know that compression method, which is mainly classified into two types, lossy data compression and lossless data compression. In lossless data compression, which means that the content of the data and the content of the data doesn't get reduced. It remains same as that of the original message. Its size only get reduced. But in lossy data compression, the both of them get reduced. So while you have to perform compression, we should use lossless data compression method in this stage. And after that, next stage is add MAC. We have to generate a MAC code by using some algorithm, and we have to append this MAC code at the end of the compressed data. By using this MAC code, we are achieving the message integrity, which is one of the services provided by the SSL record protocol for the SSL connections. Message integrity is achieved in these stages. And after that, encryption is the method. And encryption, we already know that encryption is mainly performed on the plain text. By using encryption, we achieve the confidentiality, which is only another services which is provided by the SSL record protocol for the SSL connection. So we have performed by using encryption and by MAC code, we get confidentiality and message integrity services by provided by the SSL record protocol. After that encryption method, we know that after the encryption we get the cipher text. So in a cipher text, we have to add the SSL header, which contain the information about content type, major version, minor version, and the length of the data, which constitute the SSL header, which should be appended at the beginning of the encrypted data, that means cipher text. This is the working operation of a SSL record protocol. And this is an SSL record format which mainly for first 4 columns, which mainly constitute the SSL header. SSL header, which should be added at the beginning of the cipher text. And this plain text and MAC, which is an encrypted form. We already know that we already discussed that MAC should be added at the end of the data, and SSL header should be added at the beginning of the encrypted data. This is an format of an SSL record. And we already said that SSL header, which should be added at the beginning of the encrypted data, which contain four constituent elements. That means content type, major version, minor version, and compressed length. This content type, major version, and minor version, which are in 8-bit size. This content type, which is mainly used for to specify which type of protocols is used for the fragment, and the major version, which is indicate the major version, which value is always 3, and minor version also indicate the minor version, its value is always 0. And the compressed length, that means it should specify the length of the data. We already said that compression, it should be an optional case. So whether if you perform compression method, the size of the data should be changed. Otherwise, if doesn't perform any compression on the data, the data should be same size as the size of the data should be same as that of the plain text. That means in if it doesn't perform any compression, its size should be equal to the plain text size. This is about the SSL record protocols. Thank you.